The country of India has a very unique law that encourages NGOs to receive funds from different parts of the globe. Compassion, being the largest #1 donor into the country, has been enjoying this blessing and opportunity for the last multiple years. In the very recent months, that registration was to be renewed and applications were made for renewal. But simultaneously, on May 2nd of 2016, Compassion International as a donor agency was put on what we call as a prior permission list. That means Compassion's funds will be restricted. That, of course, put us into a host of multiple issues over the last roughly 9 months and has brought us to this day. We have been unable to renew our East India registration, as well as our funds in the projects have started getting depleted. Projects are shutting down and the restriction is not being lifted. The organization is committed to continuing its role of licensing with the government and continuing to be totally submissive to the Indian government's direction and expectation. We are collaborating fully with the government of India. We are committed to being fair and honest before them, and we have not broken any law. In the meantime, we are continuing to do what we could with our US contacts through the US government side. The team here goes out of the way to make sure that we are supporting their endeavors and they are moving the need forward. I think at some point of time, God willing, if this were to get in a breakthrough, we are committed to going again into another conversation and getting face to face and seeing how this can be resolved. We got time, and we obviously cannot shut down an office overnight. It's a process. The restriction placed on Compassion by the government has to be actually lifted. That's a difficult point, and that's the point at which we are not getting any breakthrough. So if none of this works through, the end date would be March end 2017. I'm very hopeful that the churches will continue this program. They may not be able to carry it on or maybe continue it at the scale and the scope of a compassion-assisted program. I would encourage sponsors to continue to be praying that God's will would be done in this issue. Pray specifically for your child. Pray specifically for the child's family, and pray specifically for the project. They continue to live there. The churches continue to see that child. They need God's grace to do whatever they can. Maybe God should open a new door for them, or God should give them resources, because the child didn't do anything wrong. Sponsors, please continue to pray for that transition, that God's wisdom and the Holy Spirit would dwell in their minds to know that this is not something that is done to them, but something that God is having a greater purpose with. So pray for that clarity and understanding. And at this point of time, we want to say thank you so much on behalf of the millions of children, especially the 145,000 children in India. Thank you so much for your faithfulness, because what you have done is you have helped bring that light, that child, from darkness to light. You have also helped let that child know what it means to have hope when there was no hope, what it means to have food, what it means to play, what it means to have protection and love and security. You have played a role in that. So don't think that it's over. Do know the seeds that have been sown, and God is faithful. He will bring forth His purposes in His own due time. So continue to enjoy what God has done through your lives, not only for today's India, but for tomorrow's India also.